Welcome back to part 2 of Married to Mekwe. If I don't give this shout out, I'm literally gonna be a dead woman. Guys, shout out to section 9. Yo, section 9 is my little brother. Without section 9 is actually my wedding planner. Can I just tell you guys, section 9 is my wedding planner. Without section 9 helped me organize photographers. He was also at the venue to make sure that everything is okay. But like, I'm talking about someone now, today. Yesterday's prize is not today's prize. He's evolved so much that I don't think if I was gonna get married now, I'd afford him. Like, he wouldn't have had the capacity to assist me on my wedding day if it was now. But he came through for me with a lot of things. So thank you to him, because listen, man, I wouldn't have the nice pictures that are being used on Pinterest. These pictures are circulating on Pinterest, but I wouldn't have had such nice pictures if it wasn't for him. Back at home. So now we're talking about now preparing, right? I'm going to the venue. As I am doing my makeup, the brass bands arrive. Now, I have got Rustenburg blood in my veins. And listen, I don't want to play when it came to brass bands on my wedding day. I needed to make sure I've got proper brass bands. And the thing is, we know how to rate brass bands in my family. Like, right, they best suited for lenyalo, they get a kopitlo, they get a good unveiling. Well, I'm not playing, but that's literally how it is. So we had DL brass bands, but DL brass bands give you all rounder. They can literally just do everything. Like, they can adapt to an occasion. Whereas we've actually experienced a certain brass band that played at my aunt's funeral, and they were playing so good. And then my cousin's wedding had occurred subsequently, and we were just like, are these the same people? Or but anyway, the brass band arrives. When the brass band arrives, everybody's just losing their minds, everybody's leaving everything. I'm just left with my makeup artist. My aunt, my friend, my mom, my cousins, everybody left their duties. People left the pots. Brass band ya fitla gwa binwa. Go lebetse go le tshwantse le venue, ne? People have forgotten that we still have to go to the venue, and yeah, it's just a whole celebration now. And the thing about brass bands is that when they arrive, a tradition in the brass band is that when they arrive, like, they don't need to get permission for people to be like, can we start? The moment nobody can even stop them. I don't know, it's part of their tradition. I don't understand what's the story behind that, but that's how it's being done.
What's on the puta di clean? What's on the puta now? You don't know what's on the call. What now? Melody puta. As
I'm getting my makeup done and everything, I'm realizing that time has gone, guys, and I'm getting emotional because I'm just like, things were not supposed to be happening this way. Like, I'm supposed to be at the venue, we're supposed to be doing speeches right now. I'm starting to be like a proper bridezilla. I'm like, no man, it's not supposed to be like this, you know. Can you just get me my dress and let's just go, you know? And at that time, even some people are just getting a bit agitated, people are becoming restless. And before then, when that's also happening, I was being told that I can't go without certain traditional things happening. I'm talking about my uncle doing malume things. So guys, in the Setswana culture, malume, which is basically my mom's brother, my mom's siblings, my mom's cousins, male cousins, those people play a vital role. Like, a malume is such an important role in the bride's life. Malume le rakgadi. You know, rakgadi, malume, these two people. Don't know how it is in other cultures, but in the Setswana culture, because my mom is a Botswana, you know, so I had to observe that as well. Those roles are being taken like very serious. So where my mom comes from, malume, at least say, anyadise, like, he needs to show what he's bringing to the table. What do you bring to the table? My uncle needs to show what he bringing to the table to marry off his niece. So now the gifts are being brought, and when that happens, that's one thing. There's a role play that's being done whereby the uncle has to be dressed in a white dress and my uncle's wife has to be dressed in a suit. So that also had to be observed, and that was also another thing that was factored in that we were not aware of on the day, that took some time off. Because remember, I'm being so agitated, but that thing had to happen where Natwanza at least saying sheep, he had to bring that, and then he had to bring the cold drink and all of those things, the kuku, you know, scones, you name it. And he was supported by his cousins, which are some of my uncles and some of my aunts. They also sort of like boosted him to bring more things to show you know. Yeah, that was being done. I didn't know about it. I didn't get to see it as well. And then after that was done, then in the mix of things, the traditional dancers also arrived and they entertained at home. They were dancing and, you know, entertaining everyone that was still there. And then the time had to come now for me to go to the venue. So when I was about to go to the venue, I had organized a friend of mine to transport us. So I had organized a friend, we must use his car, but the friend is not from my Figay, so I think he was keeping on getting lost to get to my house, and he was not arriving. So we literally had to come up with a plan B. My aunt came up with a plan B because my cousin came with her partner, and they parked literally in front of our house. and they parked a G-Wagon. And my aunt was like, listen, your friend is getting lost. We don't know when he's going to get here. Time is against us. You have to go. Here's a G-Wagon parked in front of the house. Just get in this car and go to the venue. So, guys, the car that my husband and I used, it was totally unplanned. It was a last minute situation. That's how we got the car that we got. When I was being rushed outside to leave the house, I was a bit overwhelmed, because I'm just like, can just this day end already? Because I think they were past 2 to 3, somewhere there. And my guests started arriving at 12. It's 2 hours later. Monyadi haisa fitli. Monyadi haisa fitli. And I think local venue, they were literally doing the last minute wraps. I know Section 9, I know my niece and her friend and some family members were there also to assist. Shout out to them. There's a lot of things that happened in the background that were just happening and I was not aware of. Some people were not aware of. And there were a lot of damage controls being done, and I'm really grateful for those.
Since from last night,
guys, we pulled it. Can I ask them? Activation! We pulled it.
So as we're leaving, my husband is not there. He's still at the venue. He's still at his accommodation where they had booked. And I was being told that they've been chilling, drinking, waiting for me and my makeup to be done. And I've been taking forever that people just got lost in the chilling session. So as they get calls, my song is done. Now we have to go to the venue. Kitty rush, there's just whatever drama that's happening on their side. It's not my story to tell. But basically, they were also taking forever to come.
Anna! Wanna get? Oh, Shimanaga! Oh, Shimanaga!
I was being rushed to leave the house because I wanted to also honor my home and my mom by leaving my house with my dress. That's why I didn't go to a hotel or a guest house to sleep or dress in. It was also going to be a lot of admin. So I did everything at home. So then, as I'm leaving, they're making me dance. Brass band is playing music. The groom hasn't arrived and I'm now getting tired because I'm wearing heels and it's hot. I'm burning. I've got makeup on. I'm about to sweat. This guy is not here and now I'm starting to lose my patience. I'm asking my friend, I'm like, where is he? My friend is like, he's not answering. I'm like, please call him. Please call the sister. Please call whoever you can call. Please call his other friends because I know he's with his other friends. Please call those people and tell them that I'm getting tired. If they're not here in 2 minutes, I'm getting in the car and he's going to find me at the venue. And then my uncle came to me and he's like, Master, that cannot happen. Because that's one said Hoboke. Hoboka is to give praise. I think Pogo is to praise, right? So it is done traditionally, I think every tradition does that, So for me, I had to be by my gate with my husband so that my uncle can give me those praises, or people from my father's side of the family can do so. But on the day, it was done by my uncle from my mother's side. So then I was just losing my patience. I wanted to cry. I was just like, why is this man not here? Then my other uncle, my aunt, they were trying to calm me down because I was literally by the door of the car. They just put me in this car. And they were like, no, Masaho, like, just calm down. Things are going to work out. Like, he's coming. He's on the way. We spoke to him. He's on the way. Don't worry. He's coming. And I was just like I was starting to get over the day. Like, one thing about me, when one thing puts me off, it can literally ruin my entire day. I don't know how you guys are, but that's how I am. So I'm literally just losing my cool, And when I was even dancing, my other cousin was helping me with the dress. So I'm just like, people have been stepping on my dress. My cousin was helping me. And I'm already over it. At this point, I'm over it. And then finally he arrives. As he arrives, my uncle literally just my other uncle went to go to the car and literally just said he must just come out because, like, I'm annoyed. Wherever I am, I'm annoyed. So it was the first time he saw me with my makeup on, first time seeing me in the dress that I was in, and he was just mesmerized by me. Meanwhile, I am up to here. I'm just like, why did you just get here now? So I'm literally trying to figure out whether should I shout it, but I was shouting at him in a way, but at the same time it's like all the attention is on us and I'm like literally annoyed. It is like, no, you're so, like, when he just came to me, he just said, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. And then I'm like, this person's telling me that I'm beautiful and I'm so angry at him. And he literally just asked me, please don't shout at me. And I literally just moved along with it and I just kept it moving. We danced, and we were given the praises. Then we went back and then we got into the car. Then off to the venue we went. So I got the chance to talk to him properly in the car and be like, and then why are you guys only getting here now? I thought that when we said I'm done, you guys should be here in 2 minutes, because where they were staying, guys, it's not even 5 minutes away from my house. Like, it's not even that. Again, things are very close to each other.
Let's go chat the whole wedding. Look there, there's cars. Hey yo, in the G-Wagon. Look at this. Hey yo, let's go. Bro, let's go. This car, beep beep, beep beep. This car, guys. Let's go, beep beep. Yo. One of the best experiences of my life. Yes, by far.
By the time we got to the venue, we were very happy and we were very excited about the day. One thing about him and I, we resolve things like right there and then, and we make sure that things don't drag, which is something we've always had for years. As we go to the venue, guys, a lot of my family members remain behind. We literally had 2 weddings. We had 1 wedding at 2 different places. We had a wedding in Kohai at my mother's house, and a lot of family members remained behind because they were not for this whole venue like vibes and everything. They were like, nope, we're just gonna chill here, bond, because a lot of my family members came in numbers and a lot of them were only seeing each other for the first time, I think in like 5 years or something like that. They haven't seen each other in so long, so a nearly reunion of some sort as well. So some people really didn't care about going to the venue. All they cared was about seeing each other after they hadn't seen each other in 10 years. But that's fine. I thought that it was going to be like a weight off our shoulders until we got to the venue. That weekend, in Mafikeng, guys, it felt like my wedding was another event. The way it was so packed. We arrive at the venue. It's very packed. I thought it was going to be like a manageable number of people. And no. So we invited my friends, we invited my husband's friends, my brother, my cousins, my siblings, everybody invited their friends. My mom invited almost the entire Department of Education, and my husband invited colleagues. I didn't invite I only invited she's my friend slash colleague, but we studied together. I'd say she's the only colleague I invited. We used to be colleagues. We don't even work together anymore, although we are still in contact. But that's the only person that I invited from work, that is, at that time. And family members. Now it's family. It's my family. It's my husband's family. And my family is everyone from almost the entire village, from my Biskral, and my dad's side of the family, from Mafikeng, from Taung, from Vau, from Kosarabaso to, So, yeah, it was like a lot of people. And then from my husband's side, also from both his paternal, maternal side, they were also there. And this church, my church members came as well. Guys, like I can't even, like there's a lot of people that I don't even see. There's family friends. How can I forget family friends? Like family friends, neighbors, our neighbors who are family to us. Like I don't call my neighbors. Like literally my neighbors from home are my siblings. Their parents are my parents. That's literally how we were raised. But anyway, that's how packed it was. And then we entered brass bands playing. Everybody's excited to see us, Rajai, Vahomonati. If you want to get a bit of a summary of my wedding, you can. I'll try and upload the video on YouTube, but it's also on the video is also on my Instagram page, so you can also refer it. It's pinned actually at the top of my profile, so it can wrap up everything on how the day went. So the speeches being done, we were eating. And then, my husband and I didn't eat that day, but it was time to eat. While people were eating, that's when we took more pictures, and people were coming to take pictures with us. One thing about taking pictures, as a bride and groom, you will smile. Your jaws will get tired from smiling. The smiling that you do on the day. Otla smile, you will smile until you can't smile anymore. Like you can smile until you fake smile. Like you fake smile at some point because it gets too much. So those that are getting married soon, you must be prepared. You must practice your jaws because you're going to be smiling a lot. And then, you know, when we got married, it was that time, yeah, load shedding. So load shedding impacted us a lot, but we did have a generator. Kept on tripping, and they always have to reconnect it. And every time the DJ will be playing the music, the sound, everything, but it will trip where the song is at its peak. Do you understand? And then even it's like this. And then there was a point where I think they were struggling to reconnect the generator, and the brass band stepped in, guys. People forgot that there was even load shedding. Like, but okay, there was a point where we were dancing. I was starting to get down. I was sweating. It was nice. It was great. My favorite part of that moment was when they played All in You. If you recognize my YouTube channel, when it starts with that track, but it starts with the first bit of that track. It was inspired from my wedding. That's why it starts that way, because I loved how, like, yo guys, they played it so well for me. And that time that song was at its peak. So during that time we were not there because the dress was a bit too tight for me. And then I think I went to go change into a second dress. But I changed into a second dress so late. So the second dress that we had done, it was Kapetinia, the match from my home. Another thing, go family nyaka. Well, not just my family and my husband's family. When there's a wedding, la match. So basically that's like the theme of the day, the wedding, or the family, or you know. So I know that it's being done in a lot of family members and even traditions as well. Guys, on the day of my wedding, it was just blue. But our main outfits, mine and my husband's, we had a different pattern compared to the rest of the people. We only joined the pattern in the evening, like after things were like nice and down and everything. We left the venue, I think around 3 o'clock. No, 2. that's when everything just shut down, where everybody now just went to sleep. And then I thought that was the end of it. Little did I know. Next day, it's Sunday. Something that I'm totally unaware of. I'm being told that ke ditlhogo tsa malome. So backstory about ditlhogo tsa malome is that, again, where my mother comes from. Ha linyala. You're borolong out of me. When you guys get married, like let's say after you guys get married on day 1, day 2, the uncle does his another ceremony where he's basically celebrating that his niece is married or nephew is married. His niece or nephew is married. So he's doing a ceremony for that way. So in my Biscral, it would be easy because I remember with my uncle's wedding is that he brought his wife on Sunday, right? And the following day, it was like malome wa bone, right? So meaning that malome wa my uncle, they were within the same village. The malome is we slaughtered cows, right? So when you slaughter the cows, the cow heads are being given to the uncle. He's the one that has to prepare them and eat them, and he has the rights to basically decide whatever it is that he wants to do with them. And he does a ceremony with those heads. The groom and the bride, they have to come and dance in your yard, and it's another event. It's like wedding day 2 or 3 or whatever, where now you're celebrating that, yay, you guys are married and all of that. Now I am doing lunch for you guys. I am doing an event for you guys because I'm celebrating this union. I'm celebrating that you guys are married. So logistically, it was not gonna make sense for us after doing the wedding in Mafikeng for us to drive to Rustenburg, because it was expected of us to drive to Rustenburg for my uncle to do that ceremony at his house in Rustenburg. So then they decided that, you know what, we are still gonna do the ceremony, but we're gonna do it at my mother's house just so that we wrap everything up in one place. So they decided to do this the next day at home. I did not know about it. I was not briefed properly about it. Had I known, I honestly would have communicated with people that needed to know about it, but I was not aware. I was told the next day. I woke up, I asked my cousin to help me fix my wig the next day because it was coming out. As I'm fixing it, my other cousin walks in. She's like, Wena, they want you there because I'm like, what? And my dear, the tent is set up. The artificial grass, the mini stage. He then has the bailey staging. Like basically vases, like decoration and traditional things and all of those things for us to go sit. There's going to be speeches and all of that. I'm like, excuse me. My cousin is like, ma'am, I'm from the house. Nah, that's all I came to tell you, is that's what's happening. And listen, because they're expecting you there, you and your husband. I'm like, this was not communicated with me. That time, I'm chilling. I don't know what I had on. Like, I was so informal at that point. I didn't even prepare for the day. I would have tried to make outfits for the day. I thought we were just gonna chill, have a braai with our friends, and just call it a day. Because we did tell some of our friends that, listen, we're just gonna have a chill day, braai, people will be gone, so it's gonna be a pretty chilled day. So then my husband is also not aware. He comes, he's like, Masawa, and then what's going on? Why are you not telling me about this thing? I'm like, listen, I don't even know. I don't know what's going on. Nobody told me. My mom didn't tell me this thing. Like, I am just as confused. So then he comes and fetches me. He fetches me from the guest house, like, because I was by his room, and he left me because I think he had a few errands to run that morning. He comes and fetches me with his cousin, and we're literally talking. He's like, my husband was literally, guys, in shorts. I remember he was in shorts, and he's like, what am I gonna wear? So fortunately we had like chinos, and I'm like, no man, just put on those chinos, and the shirt that you have on Oh, he had another shirt that we had just packed. I don't know where we actually, I think we just had those items just in case. I'm like, just put on the chinos and the shirt and then we'll just see how it goes about. And I'm like, I know I have this dress at home. I'll only change into it in my mother's house, because it was at my mother's house. Where I was sleeping, that dress was not with me. So I had to go home to go and change into it. So I get home, I get there, guys, there's still people. I'm like, guys, yesterday was my wedding. The wedding is done, but ma'am, not today. Today we have another one. Because the brass bands are gone, the traditional dances are gone. I had fortunately spoke to my cousin who's got a sound, because he was the one who provided the sound the previous day. I had asked him to provide us with the sound the next day at my house, just for us to just chill. So at least that saved the day, because that came through for us. So he played on the day and we were chilling with friends. Guys, I wouldn't lie, that day was amazing. I think that was the day where I could chill and have fun with friends and just chill. And you know, like, I felt like that was like my proper wedding day, with no makeup. My wig was fixed, but I didn't have any makeup on. But it was a joyous day because we were also drinking champagne on tap. Like, it was champagne on tap. We couldn't really have a good time the day before because a lot was just happening. Remember, I woke up at 5 and a lot was just happening. There were like the negotiations, the church, coming home to prepare myself, getting ready for the venue, dancing, and all of this. Like, a lot of things happened on Saturday that it was just a blur for me on the day. I didn't get to really see or be in a lot of moments. Like, a lot of things, there's certain moments where I was just blank. Like, everything was just blank for me. I can't remember a lot of things from the day, but I did try to narrate as much as I could that happened on the day. On Sunday, I can tell you every single thing that happened on Sunday. On Sunday, there was less pressure. There was it was more chilled. Like, the crowd was way less. The crowd that was actually on Sunday, I would have loved it to have been the crowd that was there on Saturday. So on Sunday we chilled, we had a good time, we danced until at night. What was supposed to be a bride never even ended up being a bride because there was just a lot of people and I couldn't cater for that number. We decided I went and I asked my mom if we could just cook, and then my aunts helped prepare pap and meat, and that's literally what we had. until we dropped. I think the Sunday part ended late as well. I'd say around 12 o'clock, like midnight. Yeah, that's when everything was like, okay guys, because we can't be pulling 2 a.m. stunts again. So some family members left on Sunday. Actually, majority of the family members left on Sunday, and then some left on Monday. But guys, even on Monday, there was still something that happened at home. Although on Monday there was a strike and people were very nervous about what was going on because no one had shut down. I forgot what shutdowns it were. I think it was like the EFF shutdown and stuff. Some people were still trapped in Mafikeng. Some people managed to leave. But even on Monday, there were still family members at my house. There were still people. I can confidently say that on Tuesday, that's when it was just entirely empty way. Now there were no more than 3 cars. No, not 3 cars, 5 cars at my house. But even on the Monday was a public holiday. Even on Monday, there was still a few cars at my house.
Hey.
Yeah, that's basically how my wedding went in Mafikeng. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Please comment, like, and subscribe. If I do have the energy, I will try and do the wedding when I was being welcomed into my husband's home. I'll try and narrate that if I do get the time. I am really crossing my fingers that I will do that. But if you guys have any suggestions or questions or whatever, just drop them below and I will make a video just to touch base on the lessons that I've learned from my wedding and what to be on the lookout for and what to not be on the lookout for. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed and see you in the next one. Goodbye.